Alright, and they're off in the races. And there's a desync in it.
We should expect them to sync this up momentarily.
Yes.
Alright, so Area 1, pretty self-explanatory, speaks for itself. I don't really think there's much to talk about here unless somebody just royally screws up.
Yeah, that's true. We're pretty much chat about the runs. Anyone who's not familiar with this game.
Alright, they're synced up.
They are. It seemed like Jinja actually had a there as Zircon has a lead right off the bat.
Yep, Zircon with about a 2-second lead so far.
Yep.
Oh no, Zircon did not do map glitch. So it looks like that's going to be about a 10-second time loss. 10-second time loss on Zircon's end, it looks like.
Yep. That might cost Zircon the race.
Just might. Oh, misses the double too.
See if Jinja here gets it for a much safer double and does successfully get it. Let's get the second double, however. Jinja does not. Let's see how wardrobe is for these two. Zircon going for a quick spawn.
Oh, misses.
Not getting.
Yikes.
Let's see if Jinja here can get. He messes it.
Jinja misses it. And a mushroom on Jinja's end.
Zircon does get the second double though, which is nice. As does Jinja.
So both of these guys missed 2 doubles.
Yeah, it's still a fairly close race. The only thing that Zircon has over Jinja is the execution of.
So there's about a 6-second difference so far.
Zircon mashing there. Both runners are on NTSC, so there is no advantage over the using.
Yeah, dude, you're cutting out like hella hardcore.
I'll talk extremely close then.
Alright, that'll work. Zircon opting for the top left strat. Turns out that strat is actually just slightly more optimal than the bottom left strat. Especially in 100% because the pearls are a lot closer to the chest.
Yeah. And we're gonna see Zircon here, and actually Jinja, who's following closely in behind Zircon, head into the first boss battle, known as Chauncey, who is a baby that really hates grown-ups. So he tries to prove a point.
Alright, so we'll see how these guys do on this boss fight. Obviously,
Jinja struggling with the ball.
Very unfortunate. It's just more time loss for him that he doesn't need.
Yeah. Zircon has been playing fairly consistent, only missing a couple doubles, but seems like most of the for the most part his gameplay has been pretty solid.
Alright, so starting off this fight here, Zircon's gonna move to the right side and then the left side to get these rocking horses to charge at him as quickly as possible. Then he's gonna line himself up for a ball shot here, which he successfully gets. Now he's gonna let him go right around 50 HP. You don't want to get him below 50 HP because if he dips below 50 HP, he'll throw another cycle of rocking horses at you, and that wastes about 3 seconds. And this boss ghost cannot be one cycled. Only one of 2 boss ghosts in this game that can't be one cycled. Ginja actually lets go of Chauncey at a rather high percentage there, so that could prove fatal.
Yep, and Zircon is actually on low percent right now.
So Zircon intentionally took damage from that rocking horse there so he could use his invincibility frames to catch that ball that Chauncey threw, because if he doesn't get hit, then the ball would damage him otherwise.
Yep. Zircon gets a 609 key grab.
Looks like Ginja just moved slightly too far back to catch that ball, and it looks like this is gonna... No, he gets it. All right. Me and my big mouth, I almost doubted him.
Can't doubt the runner until they actually mess up. Is there really anything to talk about when we sit through this like minute-long cutscene?
Nah, so this is a good downtime for the runners, you know, if they need to take a drink of water, go take a quick leak, they can do that.
Hopefully their washrooms nearby.
Yeah. So yeah, Zircon had low percent, so he's saving an extra second, not having to go through the money screen at the end of the area.
Yep. And now we move on to area 2. Let's see how this one goes.
So something that's probably already been explained, but you'll see that the runners are going to go through the left door when they encounter a double door. That's because Luigi pushes the door open rather than pulls it open when he's going through the right door. And his pushing animation is about a second faster than his pulling animation. So we'll always try to go through the left door.
Because if you notice, the flashlight is actually in his right hand. So he switches hands, pulls open, and then goes in.
Right. And you'll also notice that our runners have their flashlights pointed to the ceiling. That's to prevent the ceiling ghosts from spawning. Because if you get scared by a ghost in this game, Luigi will stop in his tracks and he'll just do a quick jump, and that wastes about a second each time. But as long as you have your flashlight on the ghost spawn point, they can't spawn at all.
Or honestly just facing it, because as Zircon proved there, you don't actually need the light to make the ghost not spawn. You just need to be facing on where the ghost would actually spawn. Zircon getting very nice Shy Guys so far.
He had a pretty weird angle on that first one, but he managed.
Yep, and gets them all fairly optimally, which is nice to see. Now let's see if early release comes out in here, and it does not, unfortunately.
So it's good for Ginja.
Yeah. Oh, Ginja giving up on the double. He just let go of the other Shy Guy. That was interesting. Most people would at least still continue with the single.
Ginja needs every bit of time save he can get. He may be falling behind now, but he's definitely not out of it.
That's for sure. Anything can happen. Something wacky could happen, and Zircon dies. This game is fairly unpredictable. And Ginja following through with the single this time.
Zircon getting poster skip. I love that double. Props to Snap for that double setup there. So great.
And Ginja
does not
also not getting early release. So both these runners are early releaseless. I don't exactly know the proper word for that, but
Sure,
we'll
we'll go with
it.
that.
Yep. Sticking with it. And Zircon just released the booze, which you do need to catch 40 of these guys in order to actually beat the game. And you actually need 20 in order to continue on into the third boss battle, which we'll get into more of what that is once we get there. I don't think Jinja managed to get poster skip there. It looks like he would. It looks like he was close, but I think he just missed out.
Yep, just missed it. So yeah, as Epiphany said, we're going to need to catch 40 of these boos. So the 80% no out of bounds requirement requires 40. We don't need to get all 50. We just need enough to get behind King Boo's door at the end of the game. And 40 is the minimum requirement.
All right, let's see. Zircon going into Parlor. Let's see if he can't get the tech skip.
Doesn't look like he's going to go for it.
No. And good call by Zircon. Zircon has quite a substantial lead. I think over a minute lead on Jinja. If not just under a minute, I could be wrong. And Zircon, RNG, and Antaroom not treating him too poorly.
So given the size and Zircon's lead, I doubt he's under pressure, so we might see his gameplay kind of smoothing out a bit.
Yep. Might be playing a little bit more relaxed. There's probably a few nerves going on through Zircon. He's a fairly relaxed guy to begin with, so.
Yep, very chill. ASMR.
Yes. If you need an LM stream that's entertaining or that might put you to sleep, watch Zircon. Makes great LM content, but his voice is amazing.
So yeah, mentioning the boo checkpoints, we're actually coming up to our first one right now. So for our first checkpoint, we need 5 boos to proceed on with the next part of the game. You'll see later down the road we need 20 in order to access Booasis. Without having that number of boos or more, we actually can't proceed with the next part of the game, so we have to have the minimum requirement.
And Jinja actually getting the exact same RNG as Zircon in Parlor. Not getting the tech skip, and let's see here. Jinja getting the getting the third worst possible RNG in this, or the second worst RNG in Antaroom. Zircon collects the key to go to a mirror room.
Scan the door. I've never seen that before.
Nope.
I've scanned the medicine cabinet, but I've never scanned the door.
Alright, Zircon entering mirror room. As Jinja does mirror warp into the lobby in order to go into storage room and then ballroom to grab those 2 boos. And you'll see Zircon here purposely getting grabbed by one of the grabber ghosts in order to set up a double, which is actually faster than just getting them separately or setting them up by walking around.
Yeah, so the most optimal thing to do, like Epiphany said, is to get grabbed, because then you can shake him off immediately in the opposite direction, so he's right next to the other ghost, and you can just get a quick double.
Yep. And Zircon actually getting the fire medallion along with the boo, which allows him to save warp, which means you can skip a long text that EGAD goes through when you pick up the fire medallion, and actually skip a fire puzzle that the mirror room sets up when you get the fire medallion. So I do believe that fire save warp does save about, correct me if I'm wrong, HD, but 8 seconds?
I believe it's about 6.
6? Okay.
That's what was said when it was first discovered. I don't know if the timing's changed or anything like that.
I have no idea. I think I've heard 8 somewhere, but again, I could be wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. We'll say 6 to 8 to make it even.
Yep.
All right, Zircon getting fairly decent butler placement.
Alright, so we're encountering the first of Mario's items.
Yep.
So we have to collect 5 of his personal items, and then we have to bring them to the fortune teller later in Area 3. And Zircon accidentally grabs that. So now we won't be able to get the chess cutscene skipped.
Let's hope he can complete this room in time for Butler cycle, though. I think he is comfortable. He's even taking a picture of the mouse hole. So I think he
Zircon.
I think he knew his capabilities in this situation. He knew that he had time to take a picture of the mouse hole, which since he is on Japanese, he actually gets a mouse hole text skip, which is only on the Japanese version of this game. So what it allows to do is actually skip the text by simply just going into the mouse hole.
Ooh. That boo was very generous to Jinja.
Yes. Jinja also getting side warp.
Most of the time, that boo will just dart out the door immediately.
Zircon getting the quad. Okay. Didn't want to call it too soon in case a bat hit him. So, Jinja grabbing a bat.
All right, let's see if Zircon can get laundry boot tech skip.
Do you actually know who found laundry boot tech skip?
It was Michael.
Michael, okay. Oh,
just misses it.
Just missed it. I don't think he held it down enough in order to collect it right away, or he missed a frame.
Yeah, I didn't see his the time that he grabbed it, so he might have just been too late as well.
Yes.
But I didn't see the whole thing.
Where did I? Jinja not getting the most optimal butler, but also not the worst. Then again, that could be better for him, since his execution of ghost sucking is not as optimal as Zircon. So I guess where the butler was could be better for him and give him more time to clear the laundry room. And we'll see what kind of song melody plays for Zircon. Sounds like Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yep, so it's going to be the third option.
Yep. Which is a simple flick up on the control stick and press A. Zircon going with sucking up most of the sheets rather than burning them. Getting a very nice suck up on Melody there. And let's see if RNG treats him nicely. It does. And Zircon will now be heading into kitchen, where he will then fight the actual first elemental ghost that you experience in this run.
Yeah, so thus far, not a very bad area 2 from Zircon. I guess besides missing early release and missing the Mario hat for the chess skip.
Yes, but I was gonna say nothing too significant that would make him lose an immense amount of time.
Yeah, most of his time loss came from Area 1.
Yep.
But he's making it up here in Area 2.
Absolutely, his Area 2 has been absolutely incredible, and he collects Water Medallion at 1925, which is actually a pretty good time for Fire Medallion. Water Medallion, not Fire. Zircon, not Zircon, Jinja struggling with Treasure Room a little bit. I'm getting 2 doubles instead of a quad or a triple.
Looks like he got through it though.
Yep. Got through successfully. And Jinja having to do a full lap around the treasure room in order to find the bill, which is quite unfortunate. Not the greatest of RNG, but
Looks like Zircon had dishwasher RNG there, which is actually the best RNG possible. Wait,
yeah.
looking on the replay, it looks like that wasn't the case. He got far right side. So that's actually the worst RNG.
Oh. All right. Now Zircon is getting purposely hit here by Spooky on the third charge, as it will spawn Mr. Bones faster, which allows you to complete the backyard much faster than you would if you just kept dodging Spooky.
Oh,
Zircon missing the double, which is quite unfortunate, but
he made a risky move there.
he did. They were very much spread apart, the two skeletons, but he went for it, and gotta give him props for at least trying. No, as we experience Zircon going into a Bogmire now. Bogmire is one of the 4 bosses you fight, in which you can actually one cycle. So let's see if Zircon can demonstrate that for us in this boss battle.
Yeah, so you can actually predict your Bogmire time. If you one cycle him, it's typically 50 seconds after you enter the cutscene will be your split time.
I was unaware of that. That is awesome to know. So any new runners who have just heard that, yeah, definitely comes in handy with predicting your time before your splits. So Zircon getting really fast Bogmire here as Bogmire hides in a corner.
Very solid. He had control over that entire fight.
He did. That was a very fast Bogmire. Very well done by Zircon.
He had a few stutters here and there, but he kept control the entire time.
Absolutely, and that's what's important, honestly. Because if Bogmire does break off for some reason, I've experienced this myself. The game kind of like does like a soft lock thing where you can't actually grab the Shadow Ghost in order to grab Bogmire. I'm not 100% sure what causes that, but Zircon, being modest as always in chat, someone had said, "Oh, Zircon is running," and he responds, "No, he walking." Or we walking. Sorry, my bad. Misread that. So Zircon just kind of playing this casually, I presume.
He's in his cool, calm, and collective mind state.
Absolutely. Which is interesting to see. Not too much going in chat. Dice Roll wants to give good luck to the runners. Yep. That's pretty much everything. And Zircon is actually going to enter into Area 3 now. Nothing too exciting as he goes into the courtyard, I do believe it is called.
Yep.
Yep, just making sure. So let's see how Ginja's backyard and graveyard go, as well as his Bogmire fight, while Zircon does the courtyard.
Snipes that ghost.
Yep. And Jinja struggling catching Mr. Bones and actually not going to get fast Spooky in the backyard, which is quite unfortunate, but what are you gonna do, right? Let's see how he handles let's see how he handles the graveyard.
Ooh,
Get it?
He almost had it. He would have just moved a little bit more to the right.
Yep. Zircon actually using his vacuum to get the Mario's letter, which is the second item in the game that you grab in the run. Zircon running on the treadmill to unlock a secret key, which actually allows you to actually walk through the mansion faster. And Zircon also getting water ball on the first shot to, I think it saves about 5 seconds by successfully doing that the first time. And Zircon doing quite well in Tea Room. And doesn't seem like Jinja is going to get the one cycle. Nope, breaks off at 15 health. Slightly unfortunate, but...
So this boo's right in front of Zircon, but it's probably going to move. Yep, but it's the decoy anyways.
Yes, it is.
He opts to check it anyways just to get it out of the way. This boo's on the right side.
And he is actually setting up tech... Oh! Wanted to set up tech skip, or at least get rid of that tablecloth to make sure he didn't lose the bill.
So Jinja's done with area 2.
Yep. I think he is about 2 minutes behind at this point.
Zircon is making his way downtown, walking fast. Okay, I'm not even gonna do it. That's GC's thing.
Sure. Zircon handling Petunia quite well. Petunia can be difficult, especially for new runners, as her pull is quite heavy. So, and as well as Nana's, believe it or not, which Zircon will be going to do. Nana has quite the pull on her. If you don't know how to control the ghost properly, it is a bit of a struggle.
So it's typically personal preference as to which boss you want to do first. You can either do Petunia first or Nana first, either way. I personally prefer to do Nana first because odds are if you do Nana second, the boo will move on you. So I just like to get that out of the way so he doesn't move.
Yeah, that's true. I personally like to do Petunia first just because I do get double cackles on the Nana boo every once in a while, and if it goes off to the left, then either room it goes into is lit. So,
yep.
It all becomes a preference thing and a comfortability thing.
That's one of the great things about this speed run. You have so many choices you can make.
Exactly. Like, the route's pretty linear, but you can change minor things in the route to either make it faster or just a little bit more comfortable, even if it does cost you a little bit of time. But starting out, it's not too big of a deal. Zircon getting a nice double. Nice first double here.
I believe Zircon's going to go for the triple.
Would not surprise me, honestly. I might be wrong. I think Ginge is actually 3 to 4 minutes behind as of right now. Zircon getting the triple in Astral Hollow. Boo RNG not treating him too poorly in Astral Hollow.
To say the least.
Yeah, he definitely did read it quite well, though. That definitely played a part in the RNG. Some people struggled to read the boo radar. That is not in Zircon's mind. He reads it quite well. Yeah, I think Jinja is definitely 3 minutes behind, but he could always pull ahead. We never know what could happen. Zircon actually getting a bullseye on Moonshot, though.
Took a little bit of time to set it up, but it paid off because he got it first try, so good on him.
Absolutely.
That trick is stupid.
There is a visual cue, which I forget what it is.
Everybody does sometimes. If it makes sense that you're going to hit it, you won't hit it.
Pretty much.
The visual cue for that is just ridiculous.
So yeah, Jinja actually 3 minutes and I believe 20 seconds behind. roughly. I'm just trying to get narrowed down right to the second here. Might not get that until the end of the run.
Yeah, wouldn't even bother wasting your time. The lead, like, the gap's always shifting.
Yeah. Jinja kind of struggling with T-Room here, but ends up getting it in the end. And Zircon is going to head into Projector Room now, which has 2 waves of a single, a wave of a double, and a wave of a triple. Or it has, I should say, it has 2 waves of 1 ghost, a wave of 2 ghosts, and a wave of 3 ghosts. We'll see if Zircon can get the double here, which I do believe he will. It is fairly simple to set up. But we'll see if he gets the triple here. This can be a little bit difficult sometimes. But I do believe Zircon is going, and he does get it.
Solid room for Zircon.
Oh, absolutely. Great RNG as well. Getting bonked as well, saving him a little bit of time on opening the chest.
I believe Zircon goes for a save and quit here.
He's right up against the door, so I actually don't know.
I don't know.
I think he goes for the... Yep. I actually don't know if there is any time save with saving and quitting. I feel like if you're right next to the door, possibly not. But if you're in like the middle of the room, you end up there, I would suggest saving and quitting because it might save you a couple seconds.
I think it's faster if you can optimally get the fire in this room.
Yes, that is true. Which Zircon kind of does. At least he didn't lose the boo. That's always important, and it wasn't actually that slow, so... Jinja actually losing Nanaboo off to the left side, but... As I stated earlier with the comfortability, he decided to go with Petunia first, and actually it goes off to the left side, and he is still able to catch it. So we'll see how Twin RNG treats Zircon here. Didn't treat him too poorly.
Let's see if Zircon's gonna go for the double here. Looks like he's setting it up.
Yep.
There we go. My man. Nobody does that quite like Zircon.
Nope. And the thing is, the movement, the pattern of which Orville and Henry decided to go on actually made it easier for Zircon to set up the double, which was nice.
Oh man.
There was a lot of double cackling there.
Yeah, he was halfway out the door. Good save.
Absolutely. Jinja struggling in Astral Hull as he tries to get this double. Doesn't end up getting it. Loses the Shy Guy in the process. But Zircon getting, again, pretty good RNG. These Area 1 boos are treating him quite nicely. We'll see how Lydia's boo treats him, though.
So, unlike the tech skip in the parlor, this one's actually a gimme.
Yes.
You get this one regardless of where the boo's at.
Yep.
So, hopefully this gold bar doesn't sabotage his tech skip. Alright, good.
Nope.
He managed that pretty well.
Yes, he did. As Zircon heads into everyone's favorite part of the run. A minute and a half of straight pressing A and B over and over again consistently.
Carpal tunnel galore.
Absolutely. If you are looking for a good forearm workout, simply just get a save on Madame Clairvoyant and just keep doing that over and over again. You'll have forearms of steel within a week.
Exactly. Wanna impress your girl? Just do clairvoyant mashing 5 times
a day. Jinja lining it up and also getting a bullseye on Moonshot as well.
Very nice.
That is nice.
So now Jinja has 2 more Mario items to get after he gets the star.
Yep. Which I don't think we actually covered what they are. It is the Mario's glove and Mario's shoe. So those are the other 2 items.
Zircon on his last text box here. So he's wrapping this up, then he's going to get the boo, and then he's going to be on his way up to the attic.
Yep, which he will take on the Safari Room. Let's hope he doesn't forget the ice.
Hey, what can I say, Skazi? I'm a woman magnet.
Mario.
Very nice room by Zircon, so now he's going to make a quick pit stop in the tea room to get ice, and then he's going to head up to the Safari Room.
Mario.
Well, hopefully that ice can be sometimes a thing to forget. A lot of runners forget it if they're just kind of on autopilot, but Zircon does not, which is good to see. And Jinja, I think, getting the double. And we'll see how he sets up the triple. Set it up fairly quickly. Yeah, doesn't get the triple, but still manages to get a double, and it's not the end of the world, that's for sure. Could have been a lot worse. He could have ended up getting 3 singles, so.
This room is very flashy if performed perfectly.
Yes. Zircon executing these ghosts quite well. And I do believe he is going for the double here. Yep. Which, if you guys didn't pick up on in the area 1, is the fact that you can actually touch Garbage Ghost and not take any damage from it. So you can push him around all you like and nothing will happen to you. Might end up slipping on a banana peel, but that's about it.
Although you can push around other ghosts if you've taken damage, and you can use your invincibility frames to push them, but...
That is true.
Alright, very nice.
Yep, very nice Safari Room by Zircon as he heads into the 3rd boss of the game, Boolossus, which is which is the second and the only other one that you can actually one cycle in this game, which we'll see Zircon set up in a moment here, as I do presume he will be going for this. And I don't believe he actually switched into sidestep mode.
Yeah, he
So
probably
it'll be
switches to sidestep after the fight.
Most likely, or at least once he gets into the mansion before blackout.
'Cause some people actually believe that sidestep is required for this fight, but you actually can't have sidestep controls in a boss fight.
No, as the area is lit, so you do not have your flashlight out. Therefore, even having sidestep would be unnecessary.
Yeah. Sidestep is only necessary for the blackout.
Yep.
It's just most runners tend to switch before the Boolossus fight rather than after. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. It's just that's what most runners do.
Yep. Let's see how Zircon sets up this one cycle here. So you see Zircon back up and then use the ice and then set up an ice ball. Not a very nice setup there, actually.
Ooh, nope.
But I do believe
Three boos left.
Yes, but he did get the small boost. That means the boosts are going to be aggressive, which will make it much easier and faster for Zircon to collect the last 3.
Oh man, I don't think he's going to get this one in time. Nope.
He didn't even attempt for it.
Oh man.
Oh, that was
3 of them.
holy crap. Those boosts were extra nice to him. With a with I believe a 3951 key grab. Yes. So And Gingacookies grabbing the last Mario item, which is his shoe, as he hunts for this boo, which I do believe is in probably the dartboard or the
Yep.
swirly little board that's there. I have no clue what that is.
Ginger Cookie was checking pieces of furniture where the boo couldn't even be. He can only be in the desk, the chairs, the dresser, or the dartboard.
Yes. So, Zircon just going through the basic cutscene you get in between each area.
Ginger
And at the
walks
end of the
past
game.
Chauncey's room. I kind of feel like he's watching the stream and playing at the exact same time. It's definitely
Definitely
not a
not
good
suggested.
time to multitask.
No, especially in a race. Now having the stream up in the background to hear commentary and kind of guess where the where your opponent is fair enough, but actually watching the stream is a dangerous game to play. But to be fair, Blue Hits did manage to win his match while talking about Super Mario 64 in the chat at the same time as racing. So, I guess it all depends on the person and on your multitasking abilities.
Can be done, but very risky.
Yes.
Mario.
So Zircon is making his way back up to the balcony to
Yep.
trigger the blackout.
Yeah, being but he has a very substantial lead over something absolutely insane is going to need to happen in order for Ginger to catch up.
You mean like crown theft 5 times?
Maybe only twice, honestly. I think if Zircon gets it twice in a row, it'll give Ginger a chance to swoop the victory.
Well, this is assuming Zircon doesn't get Breaker Boo and instead gets Van Gore Boo. Because if that were to happen and he has Breaker Boo, he'd have to redo the whole Van Gore fight.
That's true. But let's be honest, chances of crown theft are quite low. It is quite a rare occurrence for it to happen. Only ever really seen it once.
We've been doing
And
these tournaments since 2016, and it's only happened one time.
Yep. Who actually got that? The crown theft.
It was Blue Hits,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
and he lost that race to Switchmaster.
Ooh.
He would have won otherwise.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Blue Hits has always been a very good player. And Zircon not even switching the sidestep at all, actually just going with the standard movement.
It may have happened more, but that's the big one that I remember.
And
What are
getting
the other
Instagram.
times?
Zircon getting Instagram. Very nice RNG. Skazi, I believe it has happened to you before. Swear I've been in your stream and it happened to you.
I know
Anyway,
another big upset that happened was, I believe it was Pancakes. He had a pretty big lead against somebody, and he didn't save and quit after Weston, and he had to redo the entire wherever he last saved.
did he at least continue or did he forfeit after that?
He continued, but he lost.
Good on him to power through that, though. I would have just
Yeah.
forfeited, honestly. I would not have been able to deal with that.
Alright, so it looks like Zircon, yep, he's gonna go for it.
Yep.
He's not gonna get the charge, so this is a riskier setup. Oh, very
losing
unfortunate.
it.
So he's gonna bank on this boo going back in the breaker room.
Yep.
If it doesn't, then I assume he's just gonna clear pipe room and get the boo then.
Or go for Van Gorbu.
I wouldn't advise that, honestly. Since he already has that boo, low enough, he might as well just go on ahead and clear a pipe room.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. RNG not treating him too poorly, but not exactly the greatest RNG for Seller. Jinja doing Safari Room right now. Looks like he's kind of struggling, but yeah,
Ooh.
slips on a banana peel, and
the boo's not in there for Zircon.
nope, which means he will be coming back to get it later, presumably.
So typically he would save and quit out of Armory Room. But
Yeah.
Since saving and quitting would reset that boo's HP, then he's gonna have to mirror warp out of there.
Unless he does decide to go for a different boo, but I don't see why he would, as it is less than 150, which is very much one cyclable.
Right.
I believe it is less than 100. I think it's just in the low 80s.
And depending on where the boo is, the save and quit might not even be that much faster.
Exactly. It'll be interesting to see if Zircon goes right to Pipe Room or checks Breaker Room one last time to make sure the boo didn't pop back in there.
So for this category, the goal of the game is to complete the run as fast as possible without using the out of bounds glitch. So in this category, we collect 40 boos.
Yep.
That's because that's the minimum amount we need to access the final boss.
Which in the the true any percent category, all you need to do is complete area 1. Yeah, 50. If you actually collect 50 boos, you get a gold diamond. Which in order to get A rank in this game, you need 100 million gold. So there's 2 gold diamonds in the game, and they're both worth 40 million each. So getting both of those gives you an immediate advantage to get 80 million. So
Zircon getting all singles.
Yeah, but getting them quite quickly. A little bit of struggle on the blue clockwork, but nothing too much to worry about. And Jinja getting actually medium-sized. Oh, yeah, medium-sized boo in his who lost his fight, which is quite unfortunate. They will not be very aggressive, but they'll be smart enough not to go close to the ice if it is already shooting.
Alright, solid rooftop by Zircon.
Very solid rooftop. Seems like this will be a 48.06. It'll be an 05.
I think he's about 2 minutes behind his PB. I'd say about a minute 45 to 2 minutes.
Couldn't really tell you. I've never actually seen Zircon's PB. Nor do I know his splits, so I can't correct you really. You could tell me anything and I'd have to believe you.
Alright, looks like Jinja has 1 boo left. So he won't have to worry about getting an extra cycle.
I was corrected. Actually, the gold diamonds are worth 20 mil each, accumulating 40 mil total. That is my bad.
Yeah, so getting both of those gold diamonds amounts to
40.
Almost a half of the game's completion.
Yeah. Zircon going for an interesting setup here.
Oh man, this is interesting.
Very interesting.
It works out in the end.
You know what? He got every bill and it didn't seem too slow.
Yep, so Zircon pulled off the mirror, so he's gonna be mirror warping out of here and getting the boo and pipe room.
Yep. Zircon unfortunately trying to set up for the quad, but couldn't quite successfully do it.
So something that I don't think has been mentioned yet, this boo has 150 HP, meaning that all of his pumps have to be, like, perfect, I guess.
Or at least close to perfect.
Yeah, so each boo in this game has 15 cackles before they'll become unstun locked and leave the room. So that means you have 15 pumps, and like if the boo's far away or he's high up, then he'll double cackle, increasing the odds of him leaving the room because you just wasted 2 cackles when it should have amounted to just 1.
Now Zircon assumes that Breaker Boo went into Pipe Room as he skips over checking Breaker Room again. Which there is only 3 locations that a Boo can be in. Is it 2 or 3 locations that the Boos can be?
Where at?
In Pipe Room.
Us 3. So
3?
it can be in that ice container on the left, the box in the middle, and the bucket on the far bottom.
But that also means is that if there is not a red light on each object, that means Breaker Boo is not in that.
Alright, so hopefully Zircon gets this Boo on the first try. Otherwise, he's going to have to wait for Pipe Boo to leave the room, and he gets it first try. Very nice.
Very good RNG in the Pipe Room for Zircon to find the Breaker Boo that he lost. So, alright, now let's see how Weston goes. And, again, thankfully that both of these runners are on Japanese, because actually in the Hidden Mansion for Japanese, opposed to PAL or the English version, is you will take double damage in Hidden Mansion other than Japanese, which you will not.
Right, that's another big key point.
Yes, so these icicles, if they were to hit you, only do 20 damage in the Japanese version, but if you move over to English or PAL, it will do 40. Ooh. The Boo was kind of high up, but Zircon appears to be recovering nicely. And,
oh no, he double cackled. Let's see. Very nice.
yes.
Since he got that double cackle, he just kinda followed him to the wall and he managed to pull it off.
Nope. Zircon does not have map glitch, but he still went. And, he's doing quite well, honestly. Jinja not getting the best of luck with Grimly right now. Had to wait quite a few seconds there. Zircon grabbing fire. I believe fire is honestly just safer to do for Vanguard. I think I heard somewhere where it's actually faster to suck up the ceiling ghosts in Vanguard. I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but I did hear that.
I don't know about that one.
Couldn't tell you who told me, but I definitely heard that, so that's why I put a question mark at the end of my sentence.
Because you have to go through like the whole sucking up animation when you're sucking them into your vacuum. You can just burn them like within an instant because they have 0 HP.
That's true.
And on top of that, it would be very intricate to pull off. So your safer bet's also to just burn them.
Yeah. Alright. I think it's fair to say that Zircon has played very consistent throughout the entire run. Very few mess ups. Definitely playing comfortably.
Yeah, I think Area 1 was his biggest screw up. And he also 2-cycled Boolossus, but he made quick work of it.
That's true. I was gonna say nothing too severe to the point where he would be minutes behind, rather than just, I think, I'm not even sure if a minute behind. This is looking like 58 pace from Zircon as of right now. Oh, I just remembered he actually doesn't need to grab Van Gorbil, so
Yeah, it's still going to be a 58, though.
it's still gonna be a 58. But no, I was like on the edge of 58, 59, so that's why I said I think 58. But yes, this is 100% going to be a 58. I have no clue what time though.
Mario.
I'm predicting now. I think it's a 58:30.
Yeah, that's what I was
around
thinking.
there. Yeah.
58-30-ish.
Yep. We got a couple guesses in the chat. Someone's guessing 18, and someone else had guessed a 55:30 or 58:33. So another one guessed 31. So we'll see who's right here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 31.
I actually no, I think it's going to be a 33 because I do believe 6:33.
Sorry, you're cutting out.
I do believe it's going to be a 33 because I think he entered the cutscene at a 56:33.
It was an early 32.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Tough call then. So I'm going to guess 30 to 33 in that range somewhere.
It's typically 2 minutes after you enter the cutscene, but for some people it could be a 158 or a 159 segment. So I'm giving Zircon the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say a minute 59 segment. So
Yep.
58,
And Ginja's actually right now struggling with toy soldiers. As 2 out of the 3 toy soldiers, I believe, have broken off. Or all 3, I don't know. Nope. 2 out of 3 had broken off on him, though. But let's focus on Zircon right now as he goes into the final boss of the game. It'll definitely be interesting to see if he's able to get the 2-cycle. So we'll see how the first cycle goes for Zircon here.
31 for sure.
31. Zircon getting a 248. 2-cycle is definitely possible. This is definitely.
Ooh, yeah, this is.
I think 58:33.
Yeah, I think you're right. $32. Wow.
32. Okay.
All right.
So I will go ahead and mark Zircon as the winner.
Congratulations, Zircon.
As we switch audio over to Jinja. And we'll wait and see if Zircon wishes to come in.
Joven, I expect a dirt eating stream. But yeah, Zircon. Feel free to pop in for an interview.
Yep. The invite was sent out. I do believe Ginja's just going to continue in the background as we do this interview. Should say, assuming he wishes to do it.
Oh yeah.
So now we're just chilling, waiting to see what Zircon is gonna do.
Yep. In the meantime, let's see how Ginger does on the the first 150 boo of the run.
Oh man, he's going
Not
high
getting-
up. It
Yeah,
looks
but
like
not
he's
getting
got it.
any
He's going
double
back
tackles.
down. Very nice.
And gets it very nicely. It was a very flawless 150 boo.
Mario.
Ginger doing pipe room.
I think Ginger actually likes to clear pipe room and could have been someone else, but at one point,
Do we have him? Nope, I thought Zircon was here. Never mind.
nope, no one.
But yeah, clearing pipe room could prove to be a safer strat because if this room's lit and the Weston Boo decides to go in here, he could just catch him in here rather than trying to get him into or back into Weston's room and avoid the
Nope.
risk of him going into the breaker room.
Looks like Ginger's gonna leave the room as he enters in with 47 health in the Weston. So even though he doesn't have double damage, 47. Especially as a new runner like Ginger himself. Interesting tactic to shoot fireballs at the Weston iceberg, though.
It's definitely unique.
Almost getting hit by that one icicle there.
Oh yeah.
I don't think-
Alright, he one-cycled Armory Room Boo. Can he one-cycle this Boo? Ooh, let's see. Nope. Oh man, at least he went out that way, because if he would have went into Pipe Room, that could have been bad.
Yeah, that's true. Goes in the cellar, which maybe for Ginger he's more comfortable with the fact that he goes in the cellar. Might make it easier so he's not slipping on the ice all over the place. Just getting it at the end there. Very nicely done. As he will save warp back up into the lobby and head up towards Van Gore. I'm just gonna make sure Zircon does get this.
Mario.
Just making sure Zircon wants an interview. If not, it's fine. It is the runner's choice.
Alright, so unlike Zircon, Jinja's actually gonna have to get this boo. Because he didn't
Yes.
opt for Pied Boo.
It'll be interesting to see. So we know Jinja can do 150 health in one cycle, so let's see if he can't two-cycle Van Gorbil. And Zircon does actually not want an interview, so yeah, we'll just move on. Right in here. Oh, unfortunately, Twirler breaking off at 13. This Van Gore is done, but I do believe in this run. So very nice. Someone PB.
Nice Shy Guy recovery.
Yeah, well, it was pretty good Shy Guy recovery.
So this is not going to be a sub 110. I'm going to say he has potential for a 111.
Yes, he was on 111. Really did losing that to thinking he could two-cycle King Boo at 300 health. I did inform him after that it was.
He tried making history.
It would have been something. Yeah, getting a actually saving. I think only losing a little bit of time here. I think he's. I'm genuinely curious. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Ooh. This is a very, very unfortunate Van Gorbu for him. Definitely not going to plan, that is for sure.
He's too far away, so he keeps double cackling. If he would just get a little closer.
Does get a below 150 though, so but
Oh man.
I actually have no clue what pace he's on. He's skipped, but he was ahead on Blackout. It'll be interesting to see how this pans out. Oh, this is definitely going to be close. I personally think 120.
Mario!
If he does manage to two cycle, it's gonna be like a 111.50.
Yes, it is going to be a very close. Speaking realistically, just from the way his King Boo fights have gone, honestly, might not even PB. He definitely needs to work on his King Boo.
Mario!
But that's something you get with and learn more from as you play the game.
Mario!
So it looks like 111.49 if he does manage to 2-cycle. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. It's going to be a close. However, if he does PB, that will be 2-0 for him in back-to-back races because he actually PB'd against Fleck today. So it would be very PB against 2 runners today. All right, Ginger actually just waiting behind the pillar until the spike ball is thrown.
Man.
Not getting it, and actually getting chewed up by Bowser.
So something new runners don't actually realize is there's
set on fire.
There's an invisible wall in front of King Boo, and that's if he doesn't move. If you try to attack him without him moving, you have to shoot around the invisible wall.
Yes. I don't think Ginger realizes that you had pillars in order for Bowser to throw the spike ball. And it does appear
Yeah, he's standing way too
Here
close.
that it's
You have to back up.
Yeah. Definitely less significant now. Maybe by
And he does it again.
second. Yeah. If you guys don't realize, actually in the first cycle, and actually in both, assuming you do it quite well, you actually have to aim off to the sides of Bowser in order for it to actually hit him. And very close to death here. Jinja gotta find some health somewhere.
Realistically speaking, he can still 2-cycle.
That's true. He hasn't even done the first cycle yet. It's gonna be a very well, and I do believe he lost PB, but he's very close to death. He is cutting it close. He is at 8 health.
He had the perfect opportunity to shoot that, and he didn't opt to.
No, he did not.
And this is...
And there,
oh, man. But
and
that's...
that's unfortunate. I wonder if he'll just forfeit or if he's gonna continue.
He's still going.
I guess that. I guess we'll give him one more attempt. See if there's anything going on, or SpeedGaming is gonna yell at us if we let this keep going.
Yeah, we might not have time to do the interview.
No. We're still gonna try to fit it in though, but I'm gonna check the SpeedGaming schedule to make sure nothing's going on after. Just because it'll. If nothing's going on, then I doubt SpeedGaming's gonna care, but just want to be sure. I'm gonna have a look at the schedule here. And I do believe this is and this is on number 3. Nothing is scheduled until what? Oh, that's SpeedGaming 2. Nope, this is actually the last thing to happen today on SpeedGaming. So we will still have time for an interview after.
Sounds good.
Yep. Assuming Jinja would like to interview. But let's see if Jinja can't redeem himself with round 2 against Kibu. It does appear like Jinja needs to learn quite a bit more about this game. He is still a new runner. I have no clue when he came in. Actually didn't hear of him until the tournament start. So, yeah, definitely interesting to see how this pans out. machine and have a look at the bracket here.
Alright, if he was listening, hopefully he takes our advice and shoots around that invisible wall.
Yes. Hopefully he is listening. Or he might have listened to us about not being able to multitask and turned off the stream.
Oh man, he does it again.
And then gets the comboed on him again. Alright, so anyway, after that match, Zircon will move on to go up against Pharaoh in round 3. As Jinja comes down to the losers bracket. And it let me just check the match number here. Alright, let's see here. He will be either going up against Biggie Lee or Boston in loses round 2, so it'll definitely be interesting to see. Jinja finally getting the head off of Bowser for the first time.
Now that he shot his head off, he doesn't have to worry about that invisible wall being there anymore.
Nope. But definitely gonna have to go for a 3 cycle here. Not even doing 100 health to King Boo in that cycle. Very interesting.
$238. I'm gonna go on ahead and say that this is gonna be a 4 cycle.
Question is he going? I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a slow 4 cycle. So I'm guessing probably like maybe a late 117. Seems like Jinja's just gonna go for the most damage he can. Actually getting that.
Wow, he almost got away at 0. Good
A
stuff.
117.01. Holy crap. Coming in clutch by Jinja though. That was very nice 3rd cycle by him.
Good stuff.
Absolutely. Alright. Let's see if Jinja would like to do a post-game interview. Simply sent him a message on Discord waiting for a response.
Alright, he says he's down. He's gonna join.
Alright, perfect. I'm assuming SpeedGaming bot did already send it out to him, but he might need the interview. He might need, but we shall wait. Okay. Just send Jinja the invite, which should have automatically went out after I clicked done. But
There he is.
Yo,
how you doing,
going?
Jinja?
I am very I don't know how I feel. I know I could have done better, but at the same time, I'm not mad at what I did.
Can you tell us how you felt going into this match, facing against someone like Zircon, who has a 56 PV?
You know, I didn't think I was gonna win, but at the same time, I didn't enter this competition to win.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like, if I had entered, honestly, I realized I probably shouldn't get my hopes up because, like, I mean, I just got a 112 like literally right before the race.
Mamma mia.
So, I don't know.
Oh.
Right. And it looks like you struggled with a couple of things, specifically the King Boo fight.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you kept hitting that invisible wall in front of King Boo.
I had just been able to hit the head, I probably would have. Oh.
Yeah, so unfortunately when he stands still, you have to shoot around his head so you can avoid the invisible wall directly in front of him.
Right? Like, I know that.
So a good way to indicate where to stand in order to shoot the ball is just simply go to the right side of the center tile,
Oh.
or the left side if you're feeling different.
Either or work.
Yep.
I mean, run is a run. I
Yeah.
just wish my area 4 was better.
Well, hey, at least you had fun. That's what counts, right?
Yeah, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm a person who prioritizes fun.
There we go.
Well, I guess that's gonna about do it.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem. All right.
All right,
I'll
everyone.
see ya.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. There is HD actually has a match tomorrow against Lab Member. Where the host channel is being located is to be determined. But
Yeah. Somebody sign up for commentary, please, because we have nobody. And until next time, join us in our never-ending quest to prevent Epiphany's mic from cutting out. We'll definitely try to get that fixed. But yeah.
Yep.
Until next time, I'm HD Lax.
I'm Epiphany.
And we'll see you later.